Welcome to the second installment of the Speakeasy. And in case you don't know or have forgotten what the Speakeasy is, I will remind you. The Speakeasy is where I, Izzy Slapawitz, speaks, and you, you listen. And what is the subject of my Speakeasy today? It is free speech. Free speech. And what happens when the best intentions go awry? And why did I pick this subject today? Well, I picked it because I got a call from my daughter. And she was very, very, very upset. She was very, very, very distressed. She was, what you say, very, very, very offended. And what was she distressed? What was she upset? What was she very offended about? She was upset and offended there because the Tennessee state legislature, in all of their wisdom, with all of their, what you say, best intentions, passed a law, put an amendment on the law, an harassment law, that pretty much in a nutshell says anybody who offends anybody on the internet, in print, whatever, you could be arrested, you could be sent to jail, you could be fined. Let me ask you something there. Let me ask you something, Representative Charles Curtis. You introduced the bill. Let me ask you something. All of the Tennessee state legislators there that voted to approve this bill. Let me ask you, Governor Bill Hassler. Are you meshuggah and cup there? What's the matter with you people? Have you ever read the Constitution of the United States of America? What makes you think you have the authority to pass such a bill? Are you so arrogant to think that you can disregard this document? You must be, or you never would have signed it, you never would have introduced it, or maybe even voice. Well, maybe not as voice, but just as bad. You never even bothered to read it. And if you've never read it, you shouldn't be in the positions that you're in, representing the people of your state. Now I know, after all, I'm Izzy Slapawitz, I'm very wise, I lead the Kabbalah. I know that the purpose, the main purpose of the Constitution of the United States there is to limit the power and scope of the federal government. I realize this. But you see, this document also has some, for better words, rules, regulations, whatever you want to call it, that state governments cannot just ignore. And one of those things is the First Amendment. The Bill of Rights, that's right. You know what the Bill of Rights guarantees? To every person in America? Everybody in America is guaranteed this by the Bill of Rights. It's right here in the Constitution. Free speech. That's right, free speech. We can say whatever we want. We can write whatever we want. You don't have the authority to put us in jail. You don't have the authority to fine us. What's the matter with you people? How arrogant can you be? Now I realize this is all done with the best intentions. Because this is what happens, you know. These things happen all the time. People do things with the best intentions, but they do foolish things with the best intentions. And this was very foolish. I understand that you want to protect some innocent people who might actually do harm to themselves when they see something maybe online intended to them, but or something that upsets them. But you've gone too far. You've overstepped your bounds. You've overstepped your authority. Because anybody could be offended, even if it's somebody who wasn't intended to look at it, could be offended, and they go to jail. What's the matter with you? You want to see how ridiculous this is? How moronic it is? You want to see how stupid this is what you did? I'll tell you right now. Bill Haslam, put the handcuffs on your wrist and march yourself there to the local Nashville police station there and turn yourself in. Representative Charles Curtis, put the handcuffs on your wrist, march yourself to the local there Nashville police station and turn yourself in. All the Tennessee legislatures that voted yes for this bill, go to the police station and turn yourselves in. Why? I'll tell you why. Because my daughter was offended by this. That's right. She was terribly upset by this. I was upset by this. In fact, every freedom-loving American ought to be offended by this. And I trust you, believe you me, many, many were. So because you have offended so many people like this, and this is on print, this is on the internet, turn yourselves in. Face the consequences there. Well, you don't want to do that. That wasn't the intention of the bill. Maybe it wasn't. But this is what happens with unintended consequences. You want to take it further? Next time Barack Obama comes to Tennessee, put the cuffs on him, take him away to jail. Why? Because I'm sure that every time he comes on the internet, makes a speech that's on the internet, I'm sure every time his face there is out there saying something, I'm sure someone is offended. I'm sure someone in Tennessee is offended. In fact, I'm sure many people are offended. What are you, a bunch of spaghettis? What a bunch of insane, lame-brained schlemiels. You are arrogant in that Tennessee state legislature. And you, Governor Bill Haslam, for signing that. I can't believe it. Oh, wait a second. Oy vey, I just thought of something. Oy vey, I just thought of something terrible. Ay. Does this mean that the next time I get in my car and drive down to Tennessee, when I cross the state line from Bristol, Virginia to Bristol, Tennessee, that I will be stopped by some state trooper who I'm sure would rather be spending his time doing something more useful? Will I be stopped by him, put in cuffs and taken to jail? Because after all, maybe I offended you, Governor Haslam. Maybe I offended you, Representative Charles Curtis there. Will you have me arrested next time I come to Tennessee? Next time I go to visit my children and I pull into the local Get and Go or the Vital store and I get gas or a sandwich or something, is there going to be a Carlton and a police cars waiting for me? Of course not. But your arrogance in passing this law is astounding. And hopefully some of these examples that I just set forth will, what they say, open your eyes, open your eyes. Do you want another example? What if somebody posts pictures of a gay pride parade on the internet? Are you going to arrest them? You see, people can be offended by anything. Everybody has different values. And you don't have the authority to decide what people can say, what they can't say. You don't have the authority to pass laws like this. You know what you all are there? You know what you are, Representative Charles Curtis? Do you know what you are, Governor Bill Haslam? Do you know what you are, all you people in the Tennessee state legislature that voted yes for this bill? You are all a bunch of arrogant schmageggies! That's right, arrogant schmageggies.